you cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
Milestone reached today. Today it's vlog number 30. 30 days in a row. I missed a couple of uploads. I mean that the video didn't export on time and I didn't upload it on time. But the thing is, still every day uploading. In case you think, Dahlan, you look a little bit slumpy-bumpsy. The thing is, it's because I'm going non-stop with the distribution part to get it in the correct workflow. But I also understand all the possible errors that can get in the way. And when you get into details of workflows and optimizing work structures, you know, that needs to be optimized before I actually fully automate the distribution. So vlog number 30, and yesterday, if you didn't watch it, then please do so, because since yesterday I start growing somewhat the confidence to ask people, you know, you want to be on the camera. That is another thing that I need to grow the confidence for, because you know, many times I'm really holding back because I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. And if you really watch the last clip, I also felt a little bit uncomfortable somehow, somewhat. But you know what? Everything is raw and real in my vlogs, as I said. You know, nothing is really fabricated. But I asked the guy at the end of the video, said, would you mind? So yeah. But anyways, I will also grow this skill, you know, to be more confident about this one. So today, number vlog 30, I need to clean my head at the moment, because since I think 5 o'clock I was non-stop already busy with the reels, also manually creating reels, how I can optimize this part, also that the reels going to be higher quality. I want to start editing the main videos. Yeah, that is a little bit an insight about the vlogging journey. Now I need to empty my head and then we'll see, because later on, yeah, today it's number 30, somehow we need to celebrate that. And then the next milestone is 60 days, 90 days, 3 months, 90 days, 3 months, half a year, 1 year, 5 years of vlogging. And come on people, I need a little bit followers. By the way, again about putting people on camera, you know, I need to grow that skill set. But also when you present something or ask something, you know, you need to feel somewhat confident that you're doing the right job and with the right intentions. Like I also said about those people giving money, or not even giving the money, just put people on camera and say, oh look how miserable they are, or you know what I want to say, or make people look like that we're looking at, and that you're going to a zoo. You know, I see that from other people. It's like you're studying people like monkeys, and it is nothing racist or whatever, in case you feel offended by it. No, it's simply a level of respect that I always want to keep somehow, somewhat, on the highest level possible, so people never feel uncomfortable around me, and also not thinking, oh, maybe he is filming. No, I'm always very careful about this. The thing is, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was talking with a guy. I had the phone over here in my pocket. He was constantly looking at it. I said, no, I'm not filming, you know. So he was a little bit paranoid, and no, he was not high, he was totally sober. People are cleaning over there. So I'm gonna show you a little bit around. At the moment we're again around Metro Stancia Vardar over there, Elenden, and I'm saying those things in case you come to Sofia and you would say, hey Dahlan, I like those places that you showed me, because it looks fucking beautiful, right? And you know what makes it more beautiful? People with common sense, people with bigger balls than most people. I want to say it better. I meet women who have bigger balls than most men I met in fucking Holland. And I'm saying this with all the respect, but it's true. I know women that would crush mentally, especially mentally, physically probably not, but mentally they so much more resilient. And I'm not talking about all the women over here, but the ones I run into, they are way much more resilient and way much living more in connection with reality than most men I met. And trust me, I hired tons and tons of people. I met a lot of people in Holland, let's say quote unquote, from gangsters to homeless people, so-called little cowardless, no, not cowardless, coward friends, and all that kind of circles. And still, I would say most women, they have bigger balls than most of those men that I met. Not crying about little tiny things like normal people stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna cross myself over here before I start rattling again. Again, a little bit of 360 view, or maybe 180. I'm just doing it landscape. It's a little bit cloudy, so we're going up in the air. Here we go. Over there, tram number 8. My private chauffeur. He picks up a lot of other people I see now. He's cheating on me, the bastard. Anyway, that one goes straight away to Lulin, which is very, very perfect. And by the way, from here you can also straight away go to the center. And look at those cars. If I would take a car from here over there, there is a Spark car. I would go by car. Look at this. And then I go out and then wait for the traffic lights. I cannot work on my reels and other stuff that needs to be done. I need to still do some photoshopping stuff. Anyway, stop rattling down. It's time to do some physical torture, mental torture. Can I pull out the last one? Can I push out the last one? Can I stretch a little bit more my fucking hips? Everything. And then we're gonna be fresh and clean between the ears, and then we're gonna make a move. As you can see, my phone is hanging over there. The last time I was over there, almost had a heart attack. If you watched the video, by the way, if you didn't watch the video, come on people, I need those subscribers. And yeah, I know that's it. I just need those subscribers. I need you more than you need me. And that's the reality. You don't need me at all. You don't need me at all on your Android big screen television or Apple phone. So here we go. People are in the cleaning mood over here. I want to focus on the training, but you know, I'm actually thinking, should I help them out a little bit? And some guys, oh no, don't talk bad. Yes, let's get to work. Little tour over this beauty. You know, like always, the steel does not care about you and your feelings. It really symbolizes for me the world. Nobody gives a shit. Yeah, unless you got, let's say, parents who care about you and still alive. The thing is, nobody else really genuinely cares about you and your progress and or your success or whatever, your optimal engagement with other people. And you know what, people, I do care about that. So let me know how are you doing with some stuff that I said. Maybe you're offended, let me know. Maybe you improved some relationships, maybe you cut off some people because I made you aware of the red flags. You know, get rid of the cowards, get rid of a lot of stuff. Okay, I really need to get into the training now, and we go later to Lulin because today we're gonna drink. And let's see how excited we can make it today. Probably gonna embarrass myself a little bit. To be very honest, I don't embarrass myself anymore like I used to do. You know, I did very embarrassing stuff. So as you could also see, everything that I, by the way, shoot when I'm also drunk, you know, I'm not cutting things to make myself look better or whatever. So yes, anyway, ciao for now. So, finished. People are over there playing football, so I have to film a little bit over here. Very quick one. I talked and still talk every day with a lot of people, and people who say they need motivation. Do you really need motivation? No. Motivation is just an emotional, very short period human thing. The only thing you need is discipline. Especially when it's about motivation, when people start talking about personal trainers, other people need to keep you accountable. Yeah, that sounds all good, but if those sources, let's call them sources of motivation, fall away, you end up again doing freaking nothing. The only thing you need is discipline. And once you create some sort of structure, you need discipline and structure. You need to have the discipline to keep on doing consistent the structure that you laid out for yourself, and that's what you need. And you can level it up, of course, but when people say I need motivation, I need this, I need that, what do you bring to the table? You need to bring it to the table. Motivation. The only thing you need. Just kidding. Discipline. Discipline is what you need, and structure. And I'm giving away the structure. So yeah, and that is actually just a sec. That is the structure that I'm following. Does a few things. So for example, if I skip a day and on Sunday I'm going through the schedule, and to be very honest, I didn't work on the sheet this whole week, but I didn't skip one single day. But for example, if you start out, you need to follow some sort of structure. So when you go on Sundays or every single week, you go into the structure. Oh, I'm very confused actually. I talk very confused. If you go to and you miss one day, you should start feeling guilty. And this is simply the thing. That's how you build actually the discipline to fill up the daily gap of training. And the explanations that I will give also on TikTok, and I already promised this multiple times before, but I'm simply managing my time not correctly enough yet to implement those videos as well, and then you can simply just follow it, and with every day 45 minutes, and you don't need whole calisthenics setups. You can do it pretty much everywhere. But anyway, calisthenics setups do make it easier, but I also know that not everybody has those setups within their reach. But yeah, I need to make time for this, and also somewhat having the energy, because at this moment I'm so busy with optimizing the distribution. And when it's about starting up some sort of a process like distribution, you need to also again, that needs to be done consistently, not 1 week every day 5 videos and then it drops, because that simply doesn't work. You need to do things consistently. That's with everything. Everything needs to be done in life consistently if you want to see the results, and results come always not as fast as you want to, and probably there will be a lot of obstacles along the way, and that's why I am sharing a lot of stuff so you can avoid those obstacles. Anyway, there are more people over there. I'm going now quickly home to get a shower, and then I go outside. Ciao for now. So I'm on my way, and let me share a thought, maybe a life hack for actually getting lazy. Because to be very honest, if I would listen to somewhat my body, I would sleep. I'm very honest about it. But this is how I think whenever I'm sleepy or think I cannot do it, or you know, let's do it not today but tomorrow. But this is how I think. What if tomorrow I'm not gonna wake up? You know, what if? And how did I spend my last day? Listening to the double B, the bullshit bird that whispers in my ear, hey, why don't you take a little nap? And then before you know, the day is over and poof. Hey, in case you think, wait a minute, I can do a little nap. And if I'm really listening to my body, and probably you can hear it a little bit on my speaking, I'm exhausted, huh? And of course, saying it up loud, it's not the best thing, but I'm just sharing it. And I just think like this: what if I don't wake up tomorrow and miss out on all the people, the last people that I could meet? That's how I think. Anyway, in case you many times listening to your double B, the bullshit bird, that tells you to do a little nap, or take it easy, take a day off, or not train today, all that kind of stuff. You know, people also talk about rest days. You know, I rest when I'm fucking dead and buried, or maybe not even buried. Doesn't matter actually for me what happens, because who gives a rat's ass? Anyway, I'm on my way, going to Lulin, drink a beer with some people, and let's see what happens. And maybe the next clip after this one, you can maybe already hear it, because now the beer will really hit me. But of course, I will not act like a total idiot like I did 10 years ago, you know, getting into trouble and all that kind of stuff. No, not at all. Anyway, there are a lot of people over here, so I'm going to close the camera now. And just a little view over here. But I'm going to close the camera. Stop filming. Raining over there. Now I'm stepping on the tram over here. You know, if I while I'm, see, this is also something, when you need to stay awake, just start walking, you know. And let me tell you something, because I had to put things a little bit more in perspective, why my brain actually works like this. Also, you know, once when I didn't have a roof above my head, I had to keep on walking. I walked, I think that night, around 15 kilometers, and I was exhausted. And in the middle of the night, I entered a village, and there was one restaurant, and this is a very embarrassing story, but I was so hungry. I didn't dig in the garbage, but I was looking at the tables, and there were a lot of cookies on the table, and I ate all the cookies. Not all the cookies, there were only 5 cookies, but still, those 5 cookies, they kept my brain at least working. And you know, when you have this mindset, you know, that you cannot, call, who you gonna call? Hey, if you don't have family or whatever, they don't give a shit. See, in my case, you know, my adoption parents, they died a long time ago, and the thing is, there's nobody who would pick up. So for me, there is never a way, okay, let's sit down, you know, listen to some comfort, you know, and listen to a voice that actually gives a shit, you know. No, that's not for me. And this is not a sad story thing. I'm using this kind of stories not to say how bad things were or whatever, that normal people bullshit, that vlogging bullshit, you know, to get rapport with the people who are watching you. No, I'm sharing those stories that you better understand why I'm saying these things, and that the mind is way much more capable of than your body actually thinks many times. And even when you're so-called hungry because you didn't eat for 6 hours, you know, that's also another thing. I would be a little bit, now I'm also actually a little bit hungry, but you know what, I don't want to waste time to make food or go to a place and then get disappointed about the food, because there are places that I would prefer to go and I'm not going to go over there because I don't want to waste the time, because I do have a few appointments in Lulin and I stick to that. So, but just to give you a little bit extra background why I think like this, you know, what if you don't wake up tomorrow? What if you just keep on walking? You know, if you're really tired or a little bit, you know, feel a little bit down, just start walking without simply a real goal. That also helped me a lot in the past, by the way. Just start walking, just find a little bit this ignition of get up and walk. And if you can, just do a run. But if you cannot run, just walk. Hey, and now we're getting in a quote, if you cannot walk, then fucking crawl. Just fucking crawl. Hey, and if you cannot crawl, just find a big hill and roll down the hill to really hit rock bottom. Because, you know, as long as your heart keeps on pumping, you can still breathe the air, and you got nothing to complain about. Especially the people, you know, who know where they're coming from. You know, they look in the mirror, you look like your father, like your mother, you got characteristics, no matter how much you so quote unquote disagree with them or feel offended with your snowflake character, you know, thank them, be thankful, be grateful for each single second on this planet that you can breathe. Because when you see people dying, or you lost people, and or no, not and or, it will be your turn one day, no matter what and when and how it comes. That is for all of us pretty much a big gamble or a big guess, and nobody will tell how you get at your end. Anyway, oh, stop talking, Dahlan. Show us the environment. Well, again, over there, Vardar metro station, metro stancia. Okay, ciao for now. And actually seeing a guy training over there now. No, but I don't want now. Something very nice came up, and it's not about, I don't know what, but the thing is, I made a deal over here. I'm not gonna put you yet on the camera. If you want, we can, right? Sorry? Yeah? No, okay. So this is the deal. This is the deal that we made. Wait a minute. I have to think a little bit. What was the deal? Oh yeah, I do 9 liters of beer, Ariana, in 3 hours. Then he will cover 3 bottles. If I do 10 liters of beer, he will cover everything. Yeah. So we got a deal over here in Lulin with Mr. POP, Prijatelji od Pernik, in this place over here. And we're gonna do the TikTok live, probably also YouTube. Oh no, YouTube will ban me for that. Yeah. You cannot do the alcohol thing, or maybe also not even TikTok live. Oh yeah, then you have to label this 18 plus. Yeah, so that is this is gonna be the fucking deal. Duh. So we made a deal over here. It's gonna be weird. Very nice. Yeah, what do you think? When it's about the challenge, see, the thing is, I always need something that really fuels some kind of thing that's all over the top. And the thing is, I did multiple challenges, also when it's about food and bottles of fucking vodka, and also when it's about beer, and it didn't end very well. But it doesn't matter. The challenge is over here, and I actually did a little bit of calculation of things. So I did a quick 3 times 1.2 liters, or a quick. It took me long, but I was also talking with a lot of people. I was talking a lot. Let's say it like this. not with a lot of people. Yeah, I was also chatting a lot, but the thing is, I waste a lot of time on. So I run the timer for 2 bottles, and see, some people might think, yeah, Dahlan, where is this going? You sound like a total fucking idiot. The thing is, when people put some sort of a challenge in front of me, and we can agree about something, some sort of a deal, yeah, then things become interesting. And see, and this is what I always want to say, not everything in life is. I think nothing is about money. Yeah, you need money. You need money. But when it's about going all in on everything that you do, and I'm gonna refer back to the beautiful quote of Jim Carrey. If you're interested in what you're doing, you're interesting to watch. And really put this in your mind. You know, look at the people around you. Are they really interested in what they're doing? Are they interesting to watch? If they're not, yeah, then it's already not interesting to be around, in my opinion. But for me, when there is some sort of a challenge going, yeah, then wait a minute, I'm actually. But now I did a little bit of test run, and without actually getting into the challenge. But yeah, he also said you were talking a lot, or we were talking a lot, and let's see how it can end up. If I do the 10 liters, that would be fucking horrible, in a great way. Anyway, I'm now walking in the neighborhood over here. I'm going, yeah, actually I promised one person, somehow I did not directly promise him, and yeah, let's see. To be very honest, I want to eat a little bit, and I don't have time to make food or something, so yeah, if I listen to my gut, I'm gonna go to the supermarket and then to the butcher and make some food at home, because I don't remember the last proper meal that I made for myself. And again, if I go, for example, with all the respect to those places, because I love those places, but if I would go to the Skara places or Happy, the Happy restaurants, I don't get the fuel that I need. So I do believe it's better to not go to the fucking restaurant and just bag of chips, crisps, and then let's see, because I also don't know even what time it is. I'm so obsessed now. I'm very focused on this challenge of 10 liters of beer, TikTok live, and probably, yeah. Anyway, that's me. Once there's something a little bit more out of the ordinary, then I need to get it out of my head. Just say no. But we already made some sort of a deal on it. And when I left, he actually said we can still figure out a good deal. And that's a beautiful thing, right? Most people are stuck to one specific kind of deal, and they will never change it because this and this, blah blah blah. But anyway, I'm going over here, and later on we'll go over there. Let's see. I need to read something. Yeah, so this is the end of the day. I'm very tired. Oh, wait a minute. I'm actually going to sleep. I had many chats in between since the last clip. One person actually asked something, are you happy? I am actually very happy, but the thing is, for everybody, happiness is a different thing, right? But when is it genuine and when is it totally authentic? The thing is, when other people, let's say quote unquote normal people, ask somebody else if you're happy, for a lot of other people, happiness is probably, that you knock somebody up around your 35th, sitting around the fireplace singing songs. That's for me not happiness. For me, that would be also not something like that I could, the situation that I could be in. Let's say it like this. Because I've been in a situation like this, when you have some sort of a girlfriend, the families get along, families coming together, and you some sort of, and that's also something at one point, there's no escaping anymore from it, right? Is that happiness? Maybe it's something like comfort, comfortable, comfort. Your family's getting along. I never been in that kind of situation because, I young. But for example, when people from the same village, the families getting along, that's for them happiness. But also, that at one point there's no escaping anymore, right? And when a couple like this would break up, there's a lot of elements in place like this, and for them, that's probably called happiness. But also, and then I'm gonna finish this today's vlog because I'm also a little bit, I'm very tired. But let's say it like this. I want to go to some. Yeah, I know people that had similar questions to me because people with so-called families, they also asked me similar questions. But also they said they gave me lessons about Stoic, and I'm gonna end today's vlog with this thought. People who claim that they're fucking Stoic, if you never been out of the country, your parents still alive, you never had to fight for your food or protect yourself in a way that it's actually pretty much very threatening before you were 10 years old, or anything similar that is totally out of the extraordinary, you don't know what Stoic actually means, because Stoic is something that is pronounced like on the YouTube thing that you have to be Stoic. Because I'm saying this because I know multiple people who also told me you have to be more Stoic, and I think you never ever left your fucking country. You never got your freedom taken away. You don't know what Stoic is. You don't know what it takes to stay so-called cool under any kind of circumstances. And I'm gonna mention something else, and this is no disrespect to, but I remember once I was sitting in at school, and then people called me out of the classroom, and then my father, he did a suicide attempt, and it was one of those things that actually also put a lot of twists in my twisted fucking thing. But a lot of normal people who actually talk about being Stoic, come on, man, don't talk about asking people, are you happy? Because are you actually happy? And and also the same with the Stoic thing, because happiness, I think it's pretty much on the same level as Stoic, right? A lot of people who say that they are happy, and actually don't do a lot of things in their life when it's about stepping outside the normality or whatever. And then also teaching other people how to be stoic. Yeah, and really think about this. And also people who, when you watch this, today's vlog is a little bit messy because I'm mentally a little bit tired. Is that an excuse? No, but it's true. And like all my vlogs are very reality stock. But think about this: stoic. Nobody ever thought about the word stoic until it was on the YouTube thing. You know, we had to deal very early with stoic so-called things, but I was never stoic and I will never be stoic. But also next to them, I remember once, and I'm gonna say it, and I don't give a shit about it. I always asked people, what is the most worst thing that you ever went through, right, in your life? And there was one guy, he actually he answered this question. He said, and the thing is, and let me tell you this, he said the worst thing that I had to do was selling books outside the country. You can guess which country, but it doesn't matter. And the thing is, people who entered that fucking program, they had to pay over €1,000, I think, to get outside the country and start selling books doors to door. And that was the worst thing that happened to him. Now you understand the level of so-called happenings to somebody, and then announce to the world around you that you're stoic, and when you have a fight with your girlfriend you cry. There's nothing stoic about it. So what's the lesson from this? Well, why I'm saying this is simply be very careful to who you listen to, especially when they take so-called or predict some sort of lessons that they want to project on you and teach you a lesson or somehow. Yeah, for me those. Hey, I understand. A lot of people sit together and they talk about stoic, or they think they go totally fucking nuts on something in some sort of direction, but that is only valuable when they actually did it for a longer amount of time. Because when you also talk about stoic people, you know, what is stoic really means, you know, also when people talk about stoic, how much time did you do inside? How many times you got arrested? And this is, and I'm gonna say it, the first time that I got arrested, the first time that the police got involved with in my life, and I'm gonna say it, yeah, it was with a fire thing. I think I was between 10 and 11 years old, and the last time that I got arrested was when I was 41, and this is not to be proud of, but the thing is, I'm just giving you a little bit some sort of insight. When people around you, and especially these days, I know most people who are 25 had these days when they're 25, they never got hit properly in the face. Really hit in the face, really hit in the face before they were actually 10. And I'm gonna give a little bit more a story behind this. So I was once sent away before I was 10, and we had to fight when the lights turned off. I had to fight to keep the pillow. We had to fight because otherwise, and because you can see my color, but I was raised by white people. Let that also be very clear in case and people say, oh yeah, you can see. No, well, I was sent away, and there were people in the night. They came to me, putting bananas in my face because I was a little monkey boy. And the thing is, yeah, I was really scared. But once I'm gonna continue a little bit on this one. Um, so I had to fight, which I really didn't want to. On top of that, the the so-called guard, he took me apart in the elevator and he told me, you have to stop being colored. And the thing is, I came out of this thing, and then I was still a little bit scared of everything. But then I ended up somehow in a fight outside again, and then my father said something. He said, if you don't fight this person, then I'm gonna beat you up. And that made a twist in my head, and yeah, that made a very very twist in my thing, and I went totally Forrest Gump on this one. Yeah, I'm very grateful for that lesson, but the lesson that I want to give also from that one, there should be limits. There should be limits. And this is the thing about the so-called stoic people. If you hang around with people who tell you to be stoic, really ask a little bit more about why you should be stoic or how you should be stoic. I would never be stoic. I'm always going full throttle and everything. Of course, more under control, but stoic. Yes, I think things through, but emotion brings the motion, and not only that, it also, if necessary, it protects you. Stoic, I have seen so many people in suits saying that they were stoic, and the moment they have a little argument at home, they just cry like little babies because the one woman, maybe the one maybe they dated max 10 women, and then they're together with this woman, and this woman make them cry. So what is stoic? So I want to end this day. I'm sitting over here in the Airbnb. I'm not going out anywhere. But really think about stuff, people. What is stoic? What is really something that... How do I get actually to the stoic thing? I don't know. This is a very messy vlog of today, but it's raw and real. And when I also think about it, this deal that I made with this guy, of course it's not solid yet, but and he also said, and that's a very nice thing about this young guy. You know, he also said, you know, maybe we can wiggle a little, because 10 liters in 3 hours is a lot of beer. Huh? And of course there are huge guys who can do that easily. But yeah, let's see how that also gonna end. In the meantime, a lot of people from Lulen likes one of the reels. Very, I really like that, but 10 liters in 3 hours. That's a big challenge, huh? Serious. That's not easy work. And the thing is, yeah, it's not easy. That's simply not easy. And even if you would soak it away like this, I know people do it like this, tick tick tick, throw it in their fucking things, but 10 liters. Yeah, for me that's a lot of beer. Let's see. But it would be very interesting, and would be 10 liters in 3 hours. Yeah, 3 point something every hour. To keep that pace. But like I also said, you know, now I drink every day 4 or 5 liters of beer. But if you, then I at least in order to prepare, I need to stop drinking for 3 days, train like an idiot, and then just go for it, but gonna be horrible. Once I did a challenge in Malta. There was a little bit of different kind of beer, and maybe you watched this. Yeah, that ended not very well. I was, but they were very tiny, and there was blue label beer, but not the whiskey one, but English beer. I don't know what it was. Very weird, or it was a Maltese beer. Very heavy, and I think. I don't know how many bottles I did, but when I came home, I could not even walk anymore. But that's the thing about when beer is above the 5%. So Ariana is around 4.2, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm also sitting in my underwear, but you know, I'm going to bed. I just want to end the day's thought, and it's actually vlog number 30. Yeah, I would love to end actually with a book thing. Maybe we should do one book thing, right? But no, I actually don't want to put on my pants and everything. I just want to relax and then wake up tomorrow early, train. And tomorrow I want to start with the training videos on TikTok. I'm gonna start with simple things: pull up, toes to bar. I talked also with calisthenic people in Lulen. Nice talk. I was hammered, but still they were also smoking cigarettes and still do very crazy stuff. If you watch this, yeah, and they're also 20 years old, man. The thing is, the 20-year-old guys these days, they're like fucking huge, and also smart people, dumb, insane. Anyway, let's end today's vlog. I'm not in my best position now. Jesus. Anyway, ciao for now.